Hi guys, welcome back to Behind the Y. We are here in the lobby, as you can see. Behind us is Angie.
The front desk.
At the front desk. If you're ever feeling blue and you want to get cheered up, come down and talk to Angie. Probably take about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You'll be feeling much better about
She's
things.
the best.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Yep.
So Moody, I know in a lot of our Behind the Ys, we've been talking about the awesome programming, the different things that we have going on here in the Y. But today we kind of wanted to do a little bit of a shorter edition, but talk about why it's so important behind how we are able to make all that happen, right? So, of course, at the end of the day, the Y is it's an organization. We are a nonprofit organization. Yep. So there's a lot of things that go into that to make sure that we can continue to operate and that we continue to be able to serve the community
and have an impact.
Areas. Yeah. So today, we're actually going to talk about our 2025 annual campaign. So as we're reaching into a season of giving, so the holidays are coming up between Thanksgiving and Christmas and all those good things, maybe it's leaning on your heart on how you can give back to your community. And we really want to talk about that.
So it's definitely a season of giving and also a season of need for a lot of people.
It is.
And nonprofit organizations are no exception.
Definitely, yes, a need. So in case you didn't know, you can donate to the YMCA of Harrison County. And we're going to kind of talk about why it's important to give. So, you know, like I said, we mentioned a lot of our programming that goes on here at the Y, right? There's a lot of stories that go into that. And programs like the Splash program, for instance. You know?
Which is an excellent example. So if there's any doubt ever about impact, all you'd have to do is come down here when we're doing this Splash program. I've got 20 third graders in the pool, all learning how to swim or not to drown, more importantly. Yeah. But just seeing these kids and the impact that it has on them, and I mean, some of these little kids have never even seen water, but not just on them, on the teachers too. And I think that's where I see a lot of the sort of visible joy and visible appreciation. These teachers, their business is, kind of bringing these kids along through life. They're very motivated to do, the best thing for these kids, and they're ecstatic about the program. The vice principals and stuff like that I talked to are all just head over heels. There's actually another YMCA that Andrew, our CEO, was visiting with recently, and they don't do a splash, and they love it, and they want to come down and see how we do it and all that kind of stuff. But it's one of the most tangible, demonstrable opportunity or examples of the impact that we have, because it's a lasting impact. That's the other thing. It's not just sort of a flash in the pan. It's an impact that these kids or even adults carry through them for the rest of their lives. Yeah. The number of times I've heard kids like in this Splash program, or adults who have been like, I remember going through Splash. Yeah. And it's, name another impact aside from school itself that, and you're just turned, do you want to say your age on camera?
26.
Just turned 26 the other day.
Yeah.
But here you are, 26, and you were probably third grade, how are you in third grade?
I don't know.
8 or 9?
Something like that.
I don't know. Tell us in the comments.
Bad.
But you were a little kid. And you still remember it. Yeah. That's impact. Well, and that's cool.
You talk about lasting impact, and I think it goes into multiple areas. So the Splash program's a really big area that we do that we need volunteers for, and of course financial support as well. But impact and, looking back at our stories, right? So you look at John and being able to come in and swim in the pool.
Under the tractor.
That got ran over by a tractor, but John came here every day at the Y and has been able to swim laps, and really they credit that to saving his life.
You can hear his story on one of our other podcasts.
Yes, and I'll kind of have little clips over our conversation so you guys can see little flash montages. But we look at even Chelsea and Logan, right? So Chelsea was a first-time mom. Yep. She was a stay-at-home mom. She needed some socialization.
And socialize herself.
And Logan needed socialization as well, so they were able to come here and utilize the Y, which is wonderful. We have Rock Steady Boxing that's upstairs that is for Parkinson's patients to be able to help them.
Talk about impact.
I mean, there's so many things that a YMCA can do in our building and for our community as a whole. So what better organization to be able to contribute to know that your support is being widespread in vast areas, from single mothers to our elderly population to young children that are learning how to swim for the first time.
And always used for the right stuff, good stuff. It's always, these donations are are definitely directly impacting these members. It's not like, oh, you know, it helps us to, no.
It's directly impacting the community. So even if
Absolutely.
you aren't a member, not only are we offering an open doors policy, so if someone's not financially able to come and have a membership, right? We offer programming to where nobody's turned away from our YMCA. So if you're needing to come here and even just take a shower, sometimes that's needed.
That's huge.
That's what your Y's for, right? We're here for the community as a whole. So that, but then also, you know, we're wanting to be community partners of, let's say, Main Street Cordon and the soccer program that's here, the Southern Indiana FC. And there's just, you know, Lifespan. There's so many organizations that we're also able to reach and help
And
their
touch,
individuals as well. So
and it's a less measurable impact, but I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, imagine if some of these kids or adults didn't have this place to come to, where they would be and what they'd be doing. You know what I mean? I mean,
it's what a Y is for.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's where it's a safe place. But so all that to be said, you know, I think we could both go on all day of the amazing things that a YMCA does for the community. But we want to encourage you to consider giving to the YMCA this giving season. And with that,
how would I do that, Janelle?
Yes, with that, we're going to explain a little bit more on how opportunities that you can give. So right here we have our handy dandy trifold that talks about some of the areas of impact that our YMCA is contributing towards in our community, but it also has on here.
I noticed, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I noticed a QR code. I know Gen X, I don't usually spot this stuff, but isn't that a QR code right there in the front?
Yes, there is a QR code on front. So if, say, you got your hands on the trifold, that's one way to get connected on how to give. Of course, on our website, we have a Give tab up at the top of our website at ymcaharrison.org, and you can click on that, and it's basically going to take you to where this QR code is directing you towards, to where you can directly give to the YMCA. But in this will be available at our front lobby, and then hopefully some other businesses throughout Harrison County as well, if you're looking at an opportunity to give to the YMCA. But it has some information on the impact. It has a really nice note from our CEO, Andrew Settle, here at the YMCA as well, just talking about the immense impact of our YMCA.
Well, it has an incredibly legible signature.
Yes. Moody's noticed that. Good penmanship there.
Very good penmanship.
And then it also just gives you some information here on what to fill out if you'd like to give. And one other thing I want to highlight is any amount helps our YMCA. So whether your gift is $10 or potentially $1,000, every amount helps us to be able to continue to do the work that we do in the community and continue to pour back into our community.
There's no donation we can't use.
Yeah.
And even if it's, like you were saying before, even if it's time, if you're just coming to volunteer, that's huge. Yeah. That is such an impact on our overall ability to make things happen. The Splash, again, is a great example. I've got I don't know, almost a dozen volunteers. That's a massive impact because it's just it's a zero sum. I can do it, you know, and there they are. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that is great. Wonderful. So whether it's Splash or you're volunteering your time for rookie basketball or youth basketball or the soccer programs or just anything here at the YMCA, we just want to encourage you to consider the Y this giving season, kind of highlight some different ways that you can give to our organization, and we hope that you'll keep us in mind and think about us through our annual campaign. We have a good goal of $50,000 that we'd like to reach to where we can continue to have our open doors policy here at the YMCA and continue to pour back into the programming that we're doing. So every dollar you're giving is basically going right back into the community. But another really neat opportunity I quickly wanted to highlight is that we do have a $25,000 match opportunity through the Indiana Alliance thanks to the Lilly Foundation.
Wow.
So just know that
a one-for-one match.
It could be a one-for-one match with your gift. So just know that that can be expanded even further. So really, even if we're able to reach that $25,000 mark, then hey, we can get that match to get up to that $50,000. So just consider the YMCA this giving season. We appreciate your all's time and continuing to watch us on another episode of Behind the Y. And we can't wait to catch up with you guys on the next episode. But until then, guys, we'll see you later.